Hello everyone and welcome to the Anime Zealot, and thank you for joining me as we talk about a certain scientific railgun T episode 5. And I have to say, I loved this episode as it gave a spotlight to a character that didn't get much chance to shine in the other volumes or series, seasons, whatever you want to call it, and it makes you hate one of the antagonists that much more. A lot of good, effective writing and presentation skills were used to hype up different things and to make you as the audience or the viewer feel a certain way. When an episode does that, I absolutely have to take my hat off to it and just say it was amazing. So then, who's this character that gets a lot of focus / spotlight in this episode? Well, it's none other than Kongou. This episode has greatly increased my enjoyment of Kongou's character, whereas before, she did kind of annoy me a little bit with the whole high and mighty sort of personality and attitude. That wasn't really doing much for me. However, after this episode, I've gained a lot of respect for Kongou's character. She's smart as she tries to piece together all the information in order to kind of help find that missing sister. As well as the fact is, she even understands Shokoho's ability and the fact that she could easily be controlled by Shokoho if caught, saying that you shouldn't trust any information that is given to yourself. You should only rely on what you find and what you find only. Because anyone could be under Shokoho's control. And I like this because it shows her that she is smart, she's got her head screwed on correctly, she's tactically aware, and she knows what her opponent is kind of like. Which is something that, is respectable. And I like the fact that because she's saying this, it means that we know that we can trust her. And this whole episode just proves that her character is someone that is worth trusting. I really hope that they don't kind of brainwash her by Shokoho's ability and then make her fight Misaka. Because that would be... It wouldn't actually be a struggle for Misaka in terms of power, but it would be a struggle in terms of fighting a friend. I think that would be a cool dynamic to see, but at the same time, personally, I hope those two don't clash. Now, we already know that Kongou is very powerful, but seeing her use her battle tactics in this episode was really refreshing, as we don't often see Kongou fight, and I just feel like when we see a new character like her character fighting, even if it's just a short battle on her own, it shows that she is capable of holding her own and she deserves her level status that she has. Which, I could be wrong, but I think she's level 4. And the voice acting was surprisingly good for Kongou's character. Normally, I don't like her high and mighty kind of attitude and her arrogance that she sometimes carries with her character. And when I watch these episodes, I do watch them in English. So hearing her go, oh, oh, oh. Well, bad impression, but you know what I mean. I personally like the Railgun English voice cast. And hearing Kongou for the length of this episode, pretty much she was on screen for the whole time. 20 minutes for the episode? Give or take, she was on there for about 15 minutes. And hearing that voice and hearing her voice actually was enjoyable throughout the whole thing. Nothing really kind of went like that. It all flowed nicely. So props to the voice acting. Now, as we know from episode 4, Saturn, Ruriko, Ueharu, and Kuroko have all had their memories of Misaka taken away. However, Shokoho's effects, were they rushed when she implemented them, or is she not as powerful as we originally thought? As Saturn seemed to have a very small amount of memory left of Makoto Misaka, as she mentions notifying someone about the Gekuda charm. This, of course, referring to Makoto Misaka herself. Because we know that Makoto Misaka likes Gekuda. We had the whole segment between one of Shokoho's clique liking Gekuda as well, which was kind of funny. And we also had, obviously, the entirety of the Railgun kind of franchise revolving around Misaka liking that kind of goofy kids toy. Which is a personality trait I do like in Misaka, I'm not going to lie. Now, another thing that I absolutely loved from this episode was the way that they set up that antagonist. This guy is a scumbag. And You're meant to hate him, and I love the way they make you hate this character for what he is doing to Congo and how he's kind of going about it. It's just his attitude, his vibe, his personality, everything reeks of garbage. And this was done through making us as the viewer like Congo throughout this entire episode. I've already mentioned that personally, this episode has made me appreciate Congo's character a bit more, and I'm a lot more enjoyment of that character, which is something the episode tries to do because it gets you to invest into that character and make you want to root for this character in Congo when she's fighting. You know, Congo is meant to be the good guy in this situation. And then this antagonist with his actions and his just overall vibe of degeneracy and his more aggressive actions that he takes. You know, we see him just kicking Congo while she's unable to move until, like, she's almost, you know, unconscious. And it's just brutal, which makes you hate him even more and more. Personally speaking, I found myself just wanting to punch this scumbag so hard that he just flew into the next dimension. But, you know, that goes to show again, this episode did a great job in executing those techniques and those effects that they were trying to nail and get us to feel and to react. So, props on that for that. Really good. Then that cliffhanger of Wakatsuki and Wanai stepping up looking mad as anything with a lot of rage in their system. And the addition of the waves crashing aggressively helps to emphasize their anger. That was brilliant storytelling and showcasing. The fun fact is though, we've not really seen Wakatsuki and Wanai fight, so this could be one of their key battles that they have. And honestly, I'm excited because I said when I first started these reviews, seeing in the intro Wakatsuki and Wanai like looking like they're going to fight excites me. And seeing the way they set this up, seeing the way that they kind of gone about it, really made me want to click that next episode button. Honestly, I can't wait to see it. I'm probably going to go watch it straight after this review, and then, you know, have to watch it again when I come to review the next episode. But honestly, this was brilliantly executed. So overall, a fantastic episode with a lot of effective techniques used, and it made me enjoy different characters more so than I otherwise likely did before. So that's always a plus. Animation was great, and the music was very effective and added a very different vibe and creepy sort of mysterious feeling. Sometimes you had spooky sortness, sometimes you had liveliness and jolliness. It was a mixture of kind of different vibes and sections from each segment of the episode that worked together to help add to what you're watching and increase the kind of quality of what they were presenting to you. Like, for example, this scene right here. We see the missing Misaka kind of being in like the Shokoho's kind of care. Now, when we're looking at this kind of dark, mysterious environment, the music that was going on made it feel a bit sinister and creepy. And then when you saw Shokoho's eyes looking like this, they looked almost dead. Like she was kind of concentrating so hard that nothing would break her concentration. So again, sound effects worked well. It helped convey what the segment of the episode was trying to bring across. And honestly, it worked effect. It's so dry, so hot. But with all that out of the way, let me know your thoughts on this episode down in the comment section below. Like the video if you did, and don't forget to subscribe for more index and anime related content on this channel. As always, stay safe, have a great day. I'm going to go drink some water because it's too stuffy in this room. But alligator, matane, goodbye.